Hello.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. This one.
Been looking forward to this one for quite a bit.
This is interesting. I think you mentioned it because our friend Estrella mentioned it.
Yes.
Shout out to Estrella.
Because Estrella is crazy for missed games.
Because Estrella's crazy for missed games. So, it's
I
kind of
like missed games quite a lot too.
Yeah. So this game, hope the audio's okay, by the way. I think I got it balanced correctly, but it's always scary with new games.
Blah, blah, blah.
I feel like we're beating the waveforms. This game is a lot about
this seems
audio.
to sit quite neatly in the green, and we're both in the yellow on the regular, so I think we're fine.
So I started playing this as like I usually test out every game that we're going to play, if for no other reason than like because one, our friend Estrella likes it, but also complained about it in a certain way. And everything I saw online was people being like, I like this game and also fuck this game. So I was like, well, that's certainly something to talk about, but is it the kind of fuck this game that like makes it bad TV? So I played some of it.
Find out.
So I played some of it, and there's a reason that people do that. It's also intensely compelling. So I have played a bit of it now because I have been compelled to, because it's difficult to not think about. And so I have in my lap a notebook, and I'm going to be your secretary. But also, I have a notebook of some of the things that I just picked up from my notes, as a functional, like, if there's a puzzle in there, I have it as forbidden notes, but if you have like a question or you have a technique question, I might have some wisdom on it. But otherwise, if you want to refer to our notes later, you won't be spoiled by it.
Cool.
So we have the forbidden notebook and the notebook that you're free to look at, and also instruct me to take notes in.
Cool.
I will do my best to take notes.
I know essentially nothing about this.
Hell
I've managed to go unspoiled for almost everything except for like the very basic concept, which fascinates me. So I am excited to get started. Settings.
I do too.
Ooh, that's very sensitive. Normally I crank it all the way up, but let's spin that down a little bit.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not a game where you need to flick aim.
I know.
Also, hello like Ghidorah, hello River, hello Praline. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
It's more like how much control do you need in Return of the Obra Dinn for most looking.
New game.
You want
Bequest mode.
Bequest mode. That's dare mode is like for roguelike. Beat the roguelike portion of this.
Okay.
Under more intense. It's the ascension mode as far as I can tell.
Okay. Bequest may be a reference to the Colonel's bequest? I don't know.
I'm gonna have things to say immediately after the opening cutscene.
Okay.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
I don't want to presume anything about the future. But if any of my relatives ever left me a house and a will on the stipulation that I find room 46 of a 45-room house, I would lose my goddamn mind with just pleasure. That's what I want to know, Ghidorah, is when the gift lapses, what happens?
I don't know. Maybe it goes to charity. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Rank it a little bit.
Is it
×1? All right. Oh. That's better. So yeah, classic mystery setup.
Yeah. Your great uncle.
Your great uncle has a mysterious will, and you have to satisfy strange conditions to inherit the material
That dude could
wealth.
be a murderer, and he'd be all right in my book.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool. That's so choice. That's what I would be if I was a billionaire.
I also like the pun in the title. It's like blueprints. Oh, the blueprints of a mansion are also you're the prince of this estate. This is an inheritance.
Yeah, and that's why it's bequest mode. It's bequeathed.
Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly.
You may not remember. I do. Oh, on the
I
porch.
do. I remember so much. Simon.
Your brother was a shit. No tools or items may be brought in. Tools and items cannot be taken
You may
out.
not stay overnight.
It's not your house. You cannot sleep in here until it is your house.
Thank you, Uncle Herbert.
Yeah. The rooms you find today.
The blueprint.
It's a map.
So, I do know this much about the game. This is a tile laying game.
Yeah. It's a little bit Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Mm-hmm. 50 means 50 transitions between rooms.
Yes, correct.
Steps. You must call it a day. You have X number of moves to experience the puzzle until you solve it.
Searching the estate can be exhausting.
Amen. Well, let's start looking in this room.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any clues?
Mr. Policeman.
Oh, is that system time?
I
No.
don't believe so.
No, it's not. It is 7:20 here. Oh, I guess because it's like AM.
Morning.
AM.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Simon's an early riser.
Yeah, makes sense. Queen of Diamonds and Ace of Spades.
The only card you need.
The only card you need.
And don't forget the Joker.
And then I guess is Mount Holly up there, which kind of looks like a arrowhead.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was supposed to be like a holly bush, because it does not look
It doesn't
like
look like a holly
bush.
leaf or a holly bush.
Yeah. It's pointy, which I guess a holly leaf is.
I know,
yeah.
but it kind of looks more like a fucking dragon's lair.
Yeah.
These birds.
Like those birds.
I'm assuming that if I could interact with something, the cursor would
Yes, it'll
light
change
up.
to a
Okay,
hand.
so there's no point.
There's a few times that's not true.
Okay, is that going to be important? Should I know that, or can I just
No,
assume
it's-
that if I'm mousing over a prop, it's not important unless something lights up?
Yes
or no?
Yes, that's true. I can think of one instance where there's something that's supposed to be hidden, and if you click on X thing without knowing about it, it will work. But it is obfuscated to avoid pixel hunting.
Okay.
But you will get, in that one instance I can think of, and I should say, I have not seen everything in this game.
You said you got to credits, first credits.
I did the roguelike thing and got to credits.
Uh-huh.
That is all. There could be as many as 5 to 105 hours more of game at the rate it was going.
Right on.
Probably closer to 30 than 105, but like there's so much.
Clues.
A clue.
I'll start. Let's just start by going forward.
I would love if Steve is in this game at some point. The mail's here. Here's the mail.
Let's just start with the hallway. There wouldn't be a bit. I'm just gonna. You know what I'm gonna start with? I'm gonna just try and make a normal feeling mansion. I'm just gonna try and lay out for my first go.
Go for it.
It's gonna be a normal ass mansion, a mansion that somebody would live in, a bridge, a bride.
Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked.
If you say so. So let's go to the East Wing then. The parlor. Oh, the den will get me. A gems. A gems. One. I got one of those. I can have also keys
Hooray.
and coins.
Yes.
Keys. Obvious usage. Gems. And use while drafting to pay for
Special floor plans.
Ooh, saucy. And coins can be used for
Shop rooms.
What?
Look, rich people
Do you
are
need
so
any more?
weird.
Do you need any more money? Turn on the light? No. Can I crouch? No.
No, you cannot crouch.
All right. So this is the only eye level we'll have. Good to know. Oh, a bat. So this is a game released by Raw Fury of Sable and Friends vs. Friends fame.
Yeah.
I really want more games to lean into this like painted, heavy ink styled cartoon look.
Yeah.
It's a very good aesthetic, and it's not low effort, but like it's low demand, you know? That like a handful of people can do this and not an entire dedicated art team. Pawn. You don't need to have, say, 100 people on your art and rendering division who you fire for the very next game.
Yup.
Yeah. How about a nuke? What if the prince was blue?
Whoa.
A radio? That's a radio, an old time
Blue
radio.
paw prints. That's our second clue.
And key.
Use our notebook. Because they're whose clues? Blue's clues.
There's a rook. Go with the pawn, I assume. What does this say? A journey noteworthy. You should probably write things down on paper. Unsubtle, but it's good to say it. And a safety pin. Remember the safety pin, Simon? I was never good at changing your nappies. Oh, and that led us into a nice loop here. Neat. But again, wastes a step.
It does, but also turning around in a dead end wastes a step.
A parlor. Don't I already have a parlor in this map?
Now you have a den.
A den, right, not the same thing. Has a puzzle piece in it. The blue box is true. This box is empty. You are in the parlor. A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert,
with the Oldhams and the Bumblesons.
This confounding game. Always your friend, Mr. Lorry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. All right, that's fairly straightforward, I would say. At least one, not only one, but at least one. So at least one box has to be true, at least one box has to be false, and the other box can be either one.
Yeah,
This has to be true.
that is just a true statement. And the blue box is true.
So if that is also a true statement, then that is also a true statement.
Yeah.
And this box is empty, must be false.
Uh-huh. Which means,
Ta-da! 2 gems.
yeah,
Nice.
good job, hun.
Logic. Deduction. Science.
Solves the riddle.
Oh, it's a rocking horse. There's another pawn in there. Whenever you enter chapel, lose a coin. What if I don't have a coin?
Then you lose nothing.
Okay. Is it bishop? That makes sense. It is the chapel after all. What denomination are we? We are, Amorite?
It's a, you know, when you say that. But also, do they worship the eye of the universe? Down, 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 down.
Hey, we've been there already. 5, it says. 2,
Kings.
3, 6, 4, 1, 5. Oh, is that one? Oh, that one has a 7 on it. Okay, well then I don't know which one is to start with.
I mean, they're all numbered, I guess.
I suppose. Don't write that down just yet.
Okay. I will not.
Yeah. We don't have any grasp of what that would be used for. Passageway. Nursery. Aw.
For 2 gems, you get a cross.
I'm gonna guess this is just like a transitory room.
Yeah.
Not a lot of clues
That's
in here.
true. We might just be fancy heretics who are being like
Security.
ironic.
Huh? Oh, cutscene.
Let's see.
Feels like it might have been made for the trailer.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Music hall? Yep, that's you.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Well done, Simon. Blue memos, true. Red memos, lies. Okay. So, assuming this is true, then the thing about locks in the West Wing might be a lie. What does that say? C-can tape. Zoom? No, I cannot zoom. Telephone. Computer. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. State inventory. Alright, good to know we haven't missed anything yet. Keycard system. Operational. Low. Offline mode.
Yeah, it's real neat.
This power is lost during a blackout. Unlocked.
It's real neat.
Network. I don't have a password yet.
I don't have a password.
That'll have to do for now.
But hello, Wobbin.
Hi, Wobbin.
This game will also be an interesting, and I know that I've had
Night.
experience. Nope.
Time seems to be advancing faster than Earth time. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is probably a lie. Higher ranks of the estate? Progress north. Alright. Electronically. I don't know the password.
That's security right there.
Microwave coffee cup and one of them things full of cardboard stirs.
I don't know about you, hun, but I can't start my morning without my pencil scratches, without my old cup of pencil scratches.
Also, look at this pyramidal coffee brewer.
The microwave's been left unattended. You're right, and there's a can of paint thinner inside.
Someone could crawl in there like a baby.
Die within 10, 15 minutes.
Commissary. Corridor.
Corridor.
Transitory place, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I like how if I look out there, there is no room built yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hat. Your uncle's hat, Mr. Sinclair. Old-timey car. Just perusing for cluesing.
Mm-hmm.
Courtyard. Oh, that
No
needs a
gem.
gem. How about a spare room? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a label maker or a tape roller.
Really, it's a 44-room estate with one unfinished room and a secret mystery. 46th room.
3 keys in the garage, but I don't have enough gems. Was
No
it
closet.
a purse? Oh, neat.
Extra months.
Perfect timing. And a key. It's a little cramped, but it's what do you expect? It's a closet.
Something that'll come up, I think, and it came up when we did Outer Wilds, is you and I have slightly different puzzle solving tendencies.
Yes,
and
that's
I am
true.
curious to see how this game plays into different puzzle solving tendencies.
A guest bedroom. Some more steps.
Now walk around more.
Sinclair.
A thrilling
I'm
time.
on the hunt.
I loved your grandnephew's assignment. He's such an irascible youth.
Know the rules of darts. I actually don't know the rules of darts. E-card.
Card.
Aw, doggy.
Aw.
And a anchor. And a basketball. Attractive skylight. E.
E.
There's an E over here. On this, what is that on our blueprint? I don't think we filled that room out. Yes. Oh, E, you are here. Yeah. Guess so. Is there anything E in this room?
E.
E. There's a whale. Is that an E? There's a pond there as well. Okay. Where have I not gone yet? This end is a bit of a dead stop, so let's try another passage.
Yeah.
Another bedroom. Huh. Both of these are corners.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how this would work. Entry. Food.
Two. And some muns.
And some extra cash because of the purse.
This is the coin purse.
Brigitte. $50 steps should be more than enough. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. You find... Hey kids, can you find where I left all my fruit? Where's my produce?
Blues could do.
We can too. You go up this ladder?
I don't think so.
No. Damn. Well, I appreciate that they want you to not like just press your face against everything and like click on every last item. Board it up.
Yeah. So if you
just to like keep you from having a miserable time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they don't have a bunch of clicks things and it goes, oh, I can't do anything with this.
I can't use that right now.
No gym.
This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Okay. Listen to this. Oh, a hamster.
Hamster.
Oh, he's... Hi, buddy.
Just having a drink.
Hi, him. Good boy. Has somebody come by to feed you? Good ham. Oh, I love you.
Number 1 at Sphere.
Dude, you didn't tell me you were a champion. You never told me that.
So talented. This should count as 3 bedrooms. Look, it should count as 4 bedrooms, because look, he has a bunk bed.
He has a bunk bed. Buddy, oh. Microscope? Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys and I will not have to share my room. I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be. But today will be a good day because he is at camp. Dick?
Hey, your
Simon, your brother's
sucks.
a dick. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I'll make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I still would rather have had a sister. Congratulations on the diploma and welcome home. Fuck me. Simon.
Simon's kind of funny. Simon kind of rules.
You kids were awful as children.
Simon's funny. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's 2 bananas.
I mean, yeah, throwing away the airplane is bad.
Hey Herbie, remember I was an absolute bastard to you as a child?
Remember when I was in my cowboy era? When I was Cowboy Max?
When we played Atari, I think? Atari's 26-something?
Yeah.
Remember my lockpicking phase? Camp Colonel. Flashlight. 2 pawns. Huh. Oh, because 2 people,
Yeah.
2 bedrooms, 2 pawns get to
bedrooms.
sleep here. And also the hamster. Who left you here, bud? I'm worried about you.
I know that for COVID, a lot of people had a lockpicking phase. Well, look at it.
Oh, you're so good. I hope somebody comes by and feeds and waters you on the regular.
I mean, he has a lot of water there, so.
I know. I just feel a little worried.
Aw.
Someone should take care of him.
Agreed.
Huh.
You can. You're the master of the house now.
Well, not yet.
True. We haven't found room 46.
Goddamn church.
Taking your mun.
Taking my money. You can go north from the den. That's an option.
That's ridiculous. Both kobolds tell lies.
That's true.
It's the most reliable thing about kobolds.
Dining room. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Well, I don't think we've done that yet.
Nope.
What about here? What chess piece have people deposited in this room? A picture of a clock? A picture of a watch that kind of looks like it has a Mickey Mouse face going on? Woo! Stick a key in my hole! It's a pawn. Drawing room. You may draw on new floor plans while drafting in this room. Busted. Hello.
It does that too, Cans. It does that. Also, COVID was big for people I know having lockpicking phases.
There's a hat and an onion.
This is the East Wing Hall.
East Wing Hall. Yes. I see you writing things down in your fancy notebook. Ooh.
I'm keeping a room directory, so if you at any point want to refer back, I'll level with you. My notes for East Wing Hall say East Wing Hall is a hall.
Is a hall. That's true. That's, if I had to guess, that's a couple of rooms away. Interesting.
Where's he? Thank you. Hello.
Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one. Well, that's trouble. All right.
Yeah, you can't back out.
Damn.
In case you wanted to go find gems or whatever.
Right.
Hope you're well, Wordsy. I know Wordsy was playing this. I feel bad because I did not say something spoilery, but it probably sounded like a spoiler to Wordsy and that Wordsy was playing. And I read the text and misread the text on screen and said, "Oh my god, I didn't realize it worked like this." And Wordsy was like, "I didn't know either." And I was like, "Oh, beans."
It's okay. Whatever you said, I missed it. Soap.
I was like, if that wasn't my strength.
There does not seem to be anything useful in here. This is a toilet. Riveting. Sand? For sand? Maybe?
Not yet. My presence is not required at this juncture.
Yes, the hissing.
Blue hiss.
Breaker box? Breaker box, you say? Vac indicators.
Card entry. Off.
We haven't seen any of these.
Nope.
Let's turn power on for all of these. Don't know what any of that means at the moment.
Geen.
That's Geen. I assume Geen is good. Cool. Well, we're boxed in.
We're boxed in. So you don't have to waste all your steps. You do have a convenient button to call it a day if you would like.
All right. Call it. No progress as of yet.
We're learning things. We're taking notes. Knowledge is progress. A charming
cottage.
Which you did build it to be what felt like a logical mansion.
Yeah.
So being a charming cottage.
I just found 2. David, continue. Dead tooth. There's going to be something like, now, Simon, I did tell you that shit would be weird.
I always loved when people came to my house and immediately saw the chapel.
I knew that their souls would be saved by the Lord.
And
The Lord of
her equestrian angel.
The Lord of chimney sweeps.
Yes. Blow me a kiss, and that's sacred too. That one took you.
Die.
Oh,
I hate you.
I
Die.
can't believe he gave us the mansion after we were such a little shit. Yes, quite.
Pulse. Dan. We played the power game again. Maybe it's different this time. Oh. Oh, because. Oh, why are these curtained up now?
Oh, I think if I had to guess, I don't actually know. It's because it's an interior room.
It's not an interior room, not yet.
Yeah, but it's not like it's on the edge. I think the windows would open to the outside.
This box is the middle box. The gems are in the middle box. This box is the middle box. Well, that one's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this window, please. Come on, open up.
Good job.
Ding ding. Room. Just give me one of everything, please. Ding. Ding. On gem. The model house? Oh, this Ham would love this.
Aww.
That is a tree. Not the most vibrant interior decorator, was he?
No, I mean this is a storeroom, so
Yeah.
like. We need a spare rocking horse because Simon's just a little rapscallion.
He's gone and destroyed the other one. Sent it off to war. Observatory. Science! That's a zoetrope. I think. Or just a lazy Susan. Spin. The Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion of Constellations by Richard Witt. And Aries Bird and Sons. Really?
What? The slice. You know that constellation. Yes, I remember when the ancient Greeks looked up and thought, "Hey, it's a fucking pizza pie."
When these 3 stars hit your eye.
It's a genuine Italian before
Diamondus
Rome
Minor.
exists.
Apples are extra delicious today. Diamondus Major. The dead.
Hello, Corgi.
Everything is for the sale. Bloom of the sky.
Aurora Florealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely
Only within the
your
observatory.
mansion.
Oh, this is funny. Crank it. Is that wrong?
That's good. Well, it's. Oh, are you gonna be able to leave,
No. I gotta uncrank it.
Shinji? Crank that.
Here's a question. Can Simon drop? Simon cannot drop.
No, Simon has no parkour abilities.
Simon has no feet either. No.
That too.
Let's go again. Let's go again.
Oh,
Ah.
it's stuck on something.
Oh, it's stuck on that ledge.
Ah.
Can I crank this? No? I'll crank it this way. This could get very annoying.
I do appreciate that you can turn it both ways.
Mhm.
I would like to shout out that as a UX thing. Hell yeah, Corgi. More up. Down. More down.
Here to explain this.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Planetarium.
Oh shit. Hun? We are already in completely uncharted waters for me.
Nice.
What the hell?
A secret floor plan. If you call it a day in Planetarium, gain 2. Can I close that again? Oh.
Well, you collect stars if you call it a day in the planetarium, I guess.
Okay. Wherever that is. We don't know yet.
The house doesn't know where it is yet.
Commissary. What's my map look like? Just move through the spare room, I suppose. Get it out of the pool.
Ah. Since you have said it, I will confirm what you have said, which is rooms only exist in the draft pool.
Right, once.
One ofs.
Once a piece. Yeah, I figured as much. The Ministry of City Walks.
I'm gonna fucking put that as the note for here.
Drawing 4 plans.
Oh, fuck you. I just got the pun. You can draw an extra time from the drawing room.
Duh. This piece in here, that's a pawn.
Three of silly walks.
Brigitte, have you found my produce yet?
Have you found
it's gonna,
my
It's gonna
produce?
Brigitte, it's gonna rot if you don't find it.
The hamster's going to get into it and get fat. We love the hamster.
Green rooms. The nuke. And this will be boarded off, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Corridor. Do you just always appear in this one spot, E? What's your game, E? What are you trying to tell me? The nuke. Still a rook in the nuke. Makes sense. Is they whine. But damn. Hurry up, Simon! Simon, it's me, your grandfather. I've been transformed into a clock. Why are there so many clocks in this room?
I was a big fan of Majora's Mask, Simon.
The moon, Simon.
They turned him
The
into a
trunk is
pickle.
locked. Open it the fuck up, Simon.
Funniest shit
That's a
I've
cool
ever
logo.
seen.
That's
Yeah.
neat. A
There's
wing.
3 keys. You went key positive. It's the funniest. Get it, Simon? I put keys behind a lock. Oh, your mom.
Pawn, Simon. Write that down.
I've already got the den, I believe.
Open the door, Simon.
I'm a thirsty little flower, Simon.
You have to water me with your keys.
We're gonna ruin this old man's memory. So
Absolutely, we are.
bad. He's rich. Who cares? You can't afford. You need more diamonds to get into my garage. Come back when you're a little richer.
Landed. There doesn't seem to be anything in the lavatory at all. Dead end room, I suppose. Sucks, doesn't it? A vial? It's my urine test, Simon.
And there's the pee. There's where I normally pee, Simon. It's the tub. I'm going crazy.
Hi, Vera.
Hi, Vera.
You join us as we ruin an old man's memory.
I have monogrammed towels for myself.
I remember. Oh, don't have enough.
So I want to explain myself.
Each does actually have a single monogrammed
no,
towel.
there's 2. I don't know where the other one went. I need to explain myself though, because that's the most upsetting thing about me.
Ooh.
Inspect documents of the estate more closely.
Documents, you say?
You can't actually click and drag. Be a hardy boy.
Go ahead. I'm feeling very detective-y
Yeah.
as we do this.
So what happened is a lady that lived down the street from us and who very much fancied herself a socialite read somewhere, I do not know where, that a great thing to get college kids as a going to college gift was monogrammed towels. And so she got me a set of monogrammed towels as an 18-year-old, and I'm like, okay. And then Mom's like, well, you got towels, so we don't need to give you any towels. So I'm like, sick. And I'm pretty sure I went and bought a blue towel so that I wouldn't have to use the monogrammed towel. But now I'm not in college with strangers, so I don't care.
My Uncle Kevin gave me the absolute worst watch I've ever had to wear. for a college graduation gift or a high school graduation gift. I think it was a momentum powered watch. Which, if you don't know, a momentum powered watch gains its spring energy by just the movement of your wrist as you walk, which is kind of an interesting idea. Except that because it has no battery and no wind up springs, a momentum powered watch is fucking gigantic. And it's like about the size of like a real ass paper wallet just hanging on your wrist, and it got caught on things all the time. It was an awful watch. Oh, somebody's folding cranes. And there's a pawn. I think part of the reason it has to be so heavy is because it needs to, you know, make some significant momentum to wind itself. But it was just so unwieldy. Master hand? Right here, Simon. Bury me right here.
This is where room 46 is. Just trust me, Doc.
Oh, hey, the glass pyramids were in this game.
I was on Crystal Maze or whatever it was called.
Crystal Maze, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. Part of me wanted to say it was Crystal Pyramid, but I think
Greetings from Reddington. What if there's secret letters?
Ooh, salacious.
Where's Waldo?
Simon, they trapped me in the print. It's the painted world of Reddington.
The painted world of Mount Holly. Oh, that's somebody's friend. Somebody's... A moon necklace.
Yeah.
Right up her nose, Simon. Not the master bedroom. Well, we don't say master bedroom anymore. We say larger bedroom.
Do we?
Yeah, it is considered offensive now to say master bedroom in relation to a house for reasons you can probably infer. Dark room. Dark room, you say? Yep, pretty dark.
Hours out.
I did that. Ooh,
The planetarium.
fitting, I suppose. Dun, 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 dun. I believe we are boxed in again.
Entrance hall.
I'm not walking all the way back there.
Okay.
Let's use the bonus power. Call it a day. Ding. 3 stars.
We now have the slice.
West wing favored. Yeah, can't deny. West facing cottage. Do I get to keep the magnifying glass or no? I don't think I would.
I don't think you do.
No, well, boo.
And by that, I mean I know you don't.
Whatever. Day 3. Oh, it's cute how it's the layout of the house you made on day 2. And then like you'll come into this room and it will it will not be the same. That's a very good touch. I like that. I like that a lot. The parlor.
The parlor. Get your gems.
Get your game on.
I played so much Yu-Gi-Oh!
Simon.
Find my dual disc, Simon.
Simon, you're an all-star.
If you can solve the Millennium Puzzle, I'll possess your body and be so good at card games.
Ta-da!
Nice.
Basic baby shit, Simon. Check one item and retrieve it on another day. You know, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to give you at the moment, but I could. Sir?
Ding.
Has anybody left anything, I suppose?
No, but that's a good instinct. I like that instinct.
Four stars. So stars are persistent.
Yes,
Interesting.
stars are a persistent thing.
Interesting, Simon. I should probably drop this voice before it gets weird.
Weirder. We are going to regret it at some point.
Yes, we are.
But we're not good. I'm not gonna stop.
Not yet, though.
Not yet. Memories are not yet strong enough. We already said I'm a thirsty little flower, so like we've sort of rounded the respectable zone.
Ooh, a flan.
Yeah.
I've never actually had a flan.
Neither have I. I think I would like. I can kind of. Some foods I feel like I can guess how they'd taste. I think I know what a flan would taste like, and I bet it's a fine.
It's like a milk pudding.
A fine, but not
Ooh, a sleeping mask. That's very good to have.
Yeah.
Day room. Your time is now.
Yeah, a little caramely milk pudding. Exactly.
Secret door?
The biggest
Illusory
problem,
wall? Oh, if I start hunting for illusory walls, this is going to take fucking forever. Let's not.
If the problem with flan is if you're in a place with flan, the chances that you also have access to sopapillas is astronomically high. And
I don't think I've ever had that either.
Oh, well, a sopapilla.
I've never had a sopapilla.
A sopapilla is like a fried dough with cinnamon sugar on it, and you put either honey on it or like have it with ice cream. Yeah, maybe in America, like that's true. It might be that might not be true elsewhere, but most places that are going to serve a flan in the U.S.
Weight room?
Get swole, Simon. Pump iron next to Jesus.
Or whoever this is.
Yeah.
Nuke.
That's a free gem. You can get all sorts of fun rooms with that.
No chest there this time.
Yes. Food for sale.
I believe you mean food for eating because it is my house. Or it soon will be. Ah. Don't trust the coal, trust the graph.
Trust economics.
Banana, club sandwich, or bacon and eggs.
Today's main course, beef stew pie.
And add morning room. I can't afford either of those. Main course, only served in the dining room. Plus an additional 10 if you have a boiler room in your house. Very board gamey, isn't it?
It's a little bit board gamey.
Oh, doggy.
Doggy.
Doggy live here.
Yeah.
Or kitty.
Also, we weigh our own produce with our many scales.
You fucking cheapskates.
That scale, whatever. That one's weird. Having the hanging scale
What?
in your house?
Yeah. Pots and pans, squash clams.
This kind of is a board game already, in that it's Trail at House on the Hill.
Yeah.
Except I don't think in this game, at any point, you have to go murder your friends.
Because you already did. Dun dun dun.
Well, that like I've seen scales with a clock face before. Like you see those at the grocery store sometimes.
And we used to see that at the butcher aisle.
The Ralph's nearby has those
Yeah.
at the produce.
Lots of places do. Sinclair, you and your billiard game absolutely got me dripping.
Yeah, like they're not digital readouts. Like the
Yeah, it's
It,
just
it does weight. It's not a clock, but it when you put it down, the hand goes around clockwise to tell you how much it weighs.
Yeah, that's the old-fashioned way to do it.
Oh, did it have two hands? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Power source. Powerful. Oh, okay.
Mhm. I think we might be in one of those puzzle games.
Could be.
It's steam from the steamed clams we're having. Mmm.
Team Clay.
Oh, that made the bridge.
Indeed.
Oh no.
Incomplete puzzle. Unconscionable.
Notes I have put power source because that's what it said, and pipes. Oh.
Fuck is this?
The shit is this? Ah. Ah.
This is a very missed elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Do you also require power? I believe so.
Yeah, it's got a pipe going into it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, now we know. I'll come back to you.
Yeah. There's no wrong way when you're on a
Adventure?
inheritance adventure. Oh,
Bingo. Half powered, I see. Only partial success. Needs all three drums to be pumping gas into it.
well, that's helpful.
Very slowly.
And also, where are they going?
Up.
Oh, up.
Like
I was
that.
like, are they just absorbing into the door frame?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that too, Wobbin. It is a fun ass conceit. Now you can at least get around without the elevator.
Right. Two out of 3. You are missing, though, I believe. Where do you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you go? It's that one on the side, right? That we think is missing?
Yes.
I can already see it's all 3 pips.
Now, how do I get up there?
In the breach. Maybe? Simon's gonna scald himself, I can just tell.
Oh, yeah.
I've never played Myst. I don't know if that's weird or not.
I did once upon a time.
People like it.
There's all 3.
Activate. Wow. Direct the flow of power, I guess.
To the West Wing Hall, I suppose? If that is what this means.
Oh, you can see. Yeah, you can see the power juice.
What? Oh, neat. Ah, no, well then that's going to the nuke. To the nuke.
Am I okay? I'm still audible.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. I still love you.
Come on.
Power, energy, electrolytes. I can see that. Fair enough, River. Hello, Juniper. It's true. If we just love our great uncle, our grunkle. Like Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls. I don't know why I blanked on the name there for a bit.
The pool.
Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit. We made it up. Damn and a key.
billiard room.
The room that Venom hangs out in.
We're playing 9-ball. If you want to be Japanese.
Is that
It's more popular in
is
Japan.
9-ball more? Okay.
Yeah. God.
Oh.
Wrong. All right. Anything else in here? My grandpa and grandma made their garage kind of look like this
That's fun.
because they only had the one car, so they made the other half a little mini billiard room.
We had some family friends in Illinois who finished their downstairs basement and made it look like an old-timey saloon with a
Oh,
bar.
I love that.
And they had a barrel that they laminated a checkered board onto and used bottle caps as the checker pieces.
Yeah, played a lot of pool when I was a kid. Still pretty good at pool.
I'm not great at it, but I'm okay.
Okay. I don't remember how many points you're going for in darts. Hmm.
Well, the good news is you don't have to know darts, apparently. Allegedly.
That's what the lady said, is that you do need to know the rules of darts for this puzzle.
I thought it was you don't need to know the rules.
Pretty sure she said you do. I'll check when we see that again.
Yeah.
Boudoir. How refreshing. You again.
Mm-hmm. There was something on the table.
The team.
Jim.
The gym.
Richer.
I'm gonna guess that you're like 2 rooms out, so probably can't reach you on this cycle. If that's even possible at all.
Imagine the Zillow for this weird fucked up place. I can tell you click on like the item on the left side if you want to store it. Like you click on where it says sleeping mask, you click on
okay.
so now it's there.
That was not obvious. UX help, be advised.
Two steps. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Take it back now, y'all.
That was my favorite song. We played it on my wedding night. It was our song.
I always hated church.
Taking
I
my
loved
money.
the part where they took money. I thought, I need that for me.
River, you've played Return of the Obra Dinn, right?
and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
okay.
just math. It's not actually about darts. It's just on a dartboard. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Good-
good. You
good
played
to know.
Oberdin. And now you could unlock the kitchen if you wanted.
It's true. Oops. Oh, fucked it. I wasted some
It's
steps.
fine. What's the worst that could happen? You get you're one space away from room 46.
Courtyard. That's a
Electronic
key card
keycard.
lock. All right. Yeah. Locked anyway. Oh well.
Hell yeah, River. It's a good one.
Locked anyway. Hmm.
The West Wing locked?
I don't remember.
Also, I can't
If
remember.
we can't find a key card, then that might be it for this round.
Also, you may be doing it. I can't remember because the speed. But shift is a sprint button of sorts.
I'm going very slowly.
Yeah, okay.
Just trying to absorb stuff.
That's fine.
As things become more familiar, we will speed up.
Right.
Like so.
Yes.
Like so. Ah, right. That door shut.
That was the.
This red box here.
They can't sell DVDs anymore.
They're bankrupt, Simon.
Ah. Clever girl.
Yeah.
We also 100%ed Oberdin once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
Did this open successfully? No.
Did not.
Oh, that red box isn't on. There we go. Not locked,
Ah.
as it turns out. Commissary. Dirigiblocks.
I will tell you because this I don't
Oh,
think.
an old jukebox.
Yeah, I don't think this constitutes a spoiler that they have said Dirigiblocks is going to be a game that comes in a future patch.
Neat. So it's not a clue yet.
Yeah, I thought that was a cigarette machine.
Sorry for any inconvenience. Oh yeah, it's an old cigarette machine. Where they sell triangle cigarettes.
Yeah.
All right, this is the thing about the password. With? Without? Day 20 and 21? We expected to take that long? Wow. Sledgehammer. I don't have the money for any of this.
Get the sneakers, Simon.
Opportunity to earn and spread. 7 locked doors. Snake? Snake! Rumpus
The
room.
rumpus room.
Backgammon. Gambling some poker money. Alzara. Oh, tiger. The stray is here. There's a jukebox. Or no, that's another radio. Oh, Billy Bass. Please let me press Billy Bass.
Simon, I'm possessing this fish. Just kidding. Leave a message after the beep. Just kidding. This is a toy, not an answering machine.
Oh, there's a bishop in this room. Tell me thy wisdom. Oh.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of it.
I think I might need more than the space I've been giving these rooms.
Find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
This is day 2,
I
Ghidorah.
suspect you wish me to look into your
Or sorry, 3.
future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon, a door that is always locked yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Inshallah.
So
So that was badass.
yeah. So to answer a question, Wabin, currently we are on Game Pass, and in case you were wondering, this is something we planned, and then the whole boycott happened. So basically, I'm going to cancel Game Pass after we're done here.
Uh-huh. Ordinary villa. Perfectly normal. Attempting to.
We're attempting. Yeah, there's a thing going on.
I am going to get up, get a drink, and brew on some thoughts. and
Okay.
I'll be back.
I'll be here. So, and so there's multiple stages of it. It's the BDS, which is like a Palestinian-led group, is calling for a boycott of Microsoft, and it's something that I'd like to consider doing. It was like literally happening as we were setting this up as a stream project, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off on a couple of weeks while we figure that out. I also want to be clear. I'm in a position where it's very easy for me to do that, and it's not easy for everyone to do that. Me choosing to do something from a moral standpoint does not mean that everyone is in the same circumstances, and if y'all aren't, then like that's okay. There's a couple moral conundrums and things that I do that I do not expect other people to do as a general rule. Like, I won't play a Blizzard game again, and some people do. And I will not go off on people for playing a Blizzard game, because joy in this world is a hard to find thing with where things are at right now. And so I'm not going to tell people how they have to find it. All right. Got a room directory set up. I'm glad that we found the Rumpus Room on a new page. I have a feeling the Rumpus Room is going to need a lot of notes. Welcome back.
Right. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Here at our first session's halfway mark,
Mm-hmm.
some thoughts.
Okay.
Shall we? Let's take a minute to discuss what we've seen so far. I am fascinated by this structure.
Yes.
In terms of game design. Adventure games tend to be extremely rigid in terms of structure.
Yes.
Which is one reason why people don't like them all that much, honestly. It's because in your typical adventure game, like your inventory style adventure game, your LucasArts, there is one correct solution for each puzzle you encounter. Not railroading specifically, Wobbin, because that implies that, like, railroading implies that there were other paths that you could have taken that the director of the game has not given you.
Yeah.
Whereas the linear, strict nature of old adventure games is technical limitations. Like Monkey Island could not have very many adaptive scenarios for you because it's a very simple game engine. It can't do those things. The problem with adventure games, at least in later decades, was that those early ones were so influential and so well loved that for a long time there was a very serious lack of experimentation in the genre.
Mm-hmm.
And combining it, what we've done here now is to make the positions and the solutions to these puzzles, I assume, will be the same. But the positions of them and how easily they can be solved will change with the randomization from day to day.
Yeah.
And this game board style layout. The game board, having it be a tile laying game, a tile laying quote unquote deck game, I guess you'd say, is a great secondary layer for an adventure game to have, I think. Because this is it lends it a certain unpredictability.
Right.
It lends it a what would otherwise, if the mansion's layout were rigid and fixed, this game probably would be very short.
Yeah. It's rigid. At the same time, there's an interesting quirk here.
Yeah.
And we'll use it with one thing. So you have the billiard room, and you have a puzzle in the billiard room that is unresolved as of now. If you don't get the billiard room, you sort of have to put it out of your mind, because you won't necessarily have the billiard room tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
you could certainly take the billiard room puzzle and mash at it forever without any clues.
Right.
You'd be very bored.
But I think it's interesting that there's a way of sort of enforcing you to take a step back from things.
Yeah.
But it also, I think, infuriates a lot of people, because let's say you find a hint to a puzzle, and you're like, oh, I know what to do now. But that
room could be too far away to reach in any reasonable amount of time.
Or not in your house, and you're struggling to draft it.
Yeah, it's just not in this house. You have to wait for 1 or 2 or more days before you even see that room again.
Right.
Which is why they strongly encourage you, no, really do this time. Really do write notes on real Earth paper. I know that can be kind of a big ask for some people's brains and headspaces these days. I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's all that taxing, honestly.
And so this is also the thing where it's like, this game, because you're kind of mentioning it, I've talked before, you and also to a lesser extent Eric, not to a lesser extent, but doesn't come up as often with Eric, have a very systematic approach to puzzles.
Right.
You two are much better about solving a puzzle in the moment.
Right.
And finding out all the clues that logically follow, which is why you found the planetarium and I didn't. I tend to bounce around much more frequently. And I'm like, well, I'll just back off.
So were you frustrated by this structure?
Not at all, because I found this extremely what I do anyway, is bounce from thing to thing as it strikes me. And so this just said, hey, this one's going on right now. Do you know the answer? And I'd go, nope. Cool, move on. Or, yep, I know it. Cool, you can do it.
And this structure, I know, is the big thing that people are rankling against when they play this game.
Right.
Because they appreciate what it is, but they themselves hate it.
Right. So it's like there's a thing here where it's like I can totally get why that's infuriating. It's like if you know a puzzle and you want to see the answer to that puzzle, and if it needs this or that and you just can't get it because luck, I can see and totally understand why that would upset somebody. But it's also like we have plenty of games where you can solve puzzles like this in a logical go forward order.
Right.
So
I've already let's bounce away from that for a second here, because I'm sure we'll talk plenty more of that as the game goes on. Themes and like narrative tones here don't get very much here as of yet.
Yeah.
Key conceit here seems to be the idea of games and mystery. So I guess in another way, this is one of those painful games about games, because an awful lot of game imagery is appearing. Not just that we finished off in a game room, but like an awful lot of these rooms have checkerboard floors, chess pieces everywhere, funny card suits and symbols and shit. The idea that people come to this mansion just to play games.
Yeah. Something that I think it's fair for me to ask, because it's the question I had at about day 3, and I don't know if you have it, but it's
all right,
I want to bring up was, and around this point in playing, I was like, because the letter you get from your uncle is obviously a conceit to help you understand the gameplay and the rules of why you can't take an item out.
Correct.
But also I'm like, are we supposed to suggest that the mansion being fucked up and weird is a diegetic conceit of this world?
Probably.
And it's like, that was I was like, am I supposed to understand that people, when they come to this house, just it's like a fucking
he's a rich maniac, and it's different from week to week.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily outlandish.
Yeah.
I mean, well, think about it. This is going to sound especially insane. Prefabricated houses already exist. So a prefabricated set of rooms is the kind of insane thing that a billionaire might do someday.
Put their house on like tracks
shuffle. Just have all of these rooms, the exact same dimensions, are all sitting in a warehouse somewhere down the road, and we just put them in different arrangements every
Wobbin.
other day.
Wobbin, you're so right.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
the Clockwork Mansion. Fucking love the Clockwork Mansion. It's
Everyone
great.
loves. We've said this before, and we can't get way back into Dishonored talk, but I love that crack in the slab in any other game would be the most triumphant thing that anyone's ever done.
Dishonored
ever.
2 has 4 of them.
and Dishonored 2, it might arguably be second place on
Yeah.
levels.
So I've also noticed, since we're here, I have started to notice the color code.
Uh-huh.
Brown rooms are strictly structural.
Yep.
Red rooms are bad.
Yep.
Green rooms are breathers or outright benefits. Gold rooms are shops, and blue, I suppose, is everything puzzle related. Purple is for
Mhm.
bedrooms, which I guess are for refreshment of movement. So, let us continue, I suppose. They've in continuity. Day 4. Ideas
Day
about
4.
what this game's great twist could be are already rattling in my brain.
Okay.
I don't even know if there's much of a story yet, but you know. Oops. Let's begin. I have a thought. What if I just try to beeline straight for the back of the rooms? The back rooms, if you will.
I think that is a entirely reasonable.
I mean, they gave me Antechamber presumably as a lead, so why not try it? Why not try to bite that bait?
If nothing else, and I think this is something that makes this interesting as a game, is the roguelike structure also permits this as like part of your puzzling out gets to be experimentation.
Yes. Well, I don't know if roguelike is necessarily the thing to call this.
I guess I would call it.
This does bend genre in an interesting loop, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I would say that it is clearly inspired by the roguelike boom.
Yes.
I also like the shape of the mountain peak.
That's locked. All right. That's at about halfway through the map as well. That's interesting. Is it truly random, I wonder? The nuke.
A nuke.
There's a key in the nuke.
There is.
And that'll be all I need from the nuke for now. Oh, a gem.
Oh yeah.
Ding. Anything else worth a spying? No.
More gems. Well, gem. Singular.
Well, that bonus chest could be around here somewhere.
That's true. That is true.
Seems to be in different rooms each time. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's always a fun thing with puzzle games is watching people. That's half the fun of Outer Wilds is finishing Outer Wilds and then going,
You gotta get that fixed.
I need to watch somebody else play Outer Wilds. Because like I'm gonna go actually live and stream Outer Wilds. I'm like, I gotta get there.
This might be another one of those games that you just enjoy with a sting of whiskey.
Yes. Well, maybe not Simon because he seems like a little lad, but me as an adult.
Simon's like, how old is Simon? He's like a teenager or something like that?
Yeah, he's not drinking age, I don't think, but a little irascible youth. That too, Wobbin. Some people will make intense leaps that you
banana.
would never make.
That's what I thought. Huh. So after about the halfway mark, every door has required a key. Interesting.
I think one of the den ones didn't.
I
but-
know. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Just about every door has required a
Gotcha.
key as we go further. Interesting to think about. Metatextual, perhaps. You gotta say nuke. Anything cool over here? courtyard. Another goddamn security door. Huh. You always have one, I wonder. Oh,
The metal detector.
a metal detector. Right here. Any metal?
No.
Just carrying this around like it ain't no thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that gave us a strange sort of forward column that we're not going to use.
Well, until we get more keys.
Not yet. Oh, I hope this doesn't require too much backtracking. Otherwise, we're going to run out of steps. I don't remember if this enabled or disabled security doors. It does. Still don't know what VAC stands for, but I suppose we'll just turn them on and find out. Ah, but we need to go to the security room to make the default state open and not shut.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that is a conceit, isn't it? Well, let's see if we pull it here. We do not. The box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems, so I know that ain't right. By default, that can't be right. The box next to this box contains gems. Ah, but if that's true... Let's see. That was the rule, right? This didn't change. Only one box has a prize. Okay. This can't be true.
Yeah, that must be a lie. Which means that that is necessarily a lie.
Which means that this has to be true.
Yeah.
Which means that it's actually this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting to make me think. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Ding ding. The guest bedroom. Yeah, sure, why not? Ooh.
Has a secret function of actually telling you that there's metal
compass.
items in case you have somehow missed them.
Ah, a compass. That would have been really useful a couple of rooms ago. A kern.
I'm going to tell you something, because I don't think the game communicates it well. And I guess I don't know this, but I suspect it's true with a fairly high degree of confidence, which is that coin would not have spawned
If I didn't have the metal detector?
Correct.
Interesting. So it's like, it's more that it hands me more free ones.
Yes. Which also means...
I think we're locked in this time.
Yeah, I think we're locked in.
All right.
Which also means, as far as the metal detector, like, I only mention that because I saw somebody do this, and I did for a while. Where I went, oh, there's way more things on the floor than I thought, and so I went through every room every time with a fine-tooth comb to make sure nothing was on the floor, because keys can be pretty fucking valuable, and so I was like, well, shoot. Yeah, that
Boy on a beach of white sand and a black cat under a motionless red flag.
But it did say something about I can feel the wind blowing. But yeah, on the sand looking for something you totally never find. Cat tied to a red flag, and then a door marked by a rogue moon.
A rogue moon.
And it's
What
behind
makes
this-
it? What makes it rogue? I wonder.
Yeah. Give it up for
Rogue
Dave
isn't
Fine.
Rogue Moon that TV? No, that's Rebel Moon. Is that TV show that Zack Snyder made that nobody liked and yet got 2 seasons?
Sometimes that's TV.
Mm-hmm. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You win.
Scissors.
Hooray. Early gems.
Can't say no.
Give me it.
I mean, the great Alzara was just...
The gems are in the white box.
Okay.
Only one box contains gems. That's true.
That's necessarily true.
Only one box is true. That's
That's
not necessarily
Not necessarily true.
true. Hmm.
Okay.
If these two are true, then this could be a lie.
Yeah.
And that would satisfy the criteria.
Yes.
Let's try this. Yay.
Nice.
Is it me or has it been in the white box every single time?
I don't know.
Maybe I misremember. Let's see. Karata. That's one step toward what we need to do. You there, Mr. Pewter. I have some words
A
for
Rouge
you.
Moon? That'd be fun.
Why would I ever want it to be high?
So because if you did have a way to bypass it, the more doors that are locked by electronic security all
Instead
only
of
need one key.
instead of physical keys. I
Mhm.
see. That is a good point. Well, as at the moment we don't.
Yeah.
So I might come back and change this if we ever need to, but let's find out. Oh, rank. Literal rank.
Yes.
As in chessboard
Yep,
rank.
yep.
Huh. Here I was thinking like each one's meant to be more valuable than the others, but no.
No, they mean like
Huh.
this is the security room in rank 2 because you are in the
You're
second
in the second
row.
from your starting position.
Yeah.
Huh. Access levers are probably required. If only there were a reliable way to find a security card. Perhaps there is, and we just don't know it yet.
One of those things where even if I had an answer, I would be doubting it because you found the fucking planetarium, a thing I did not know existed.
Precisely.
So,
Rank 3. Rank 4.
yeah.
I'm gonna guess you're locked.
Nope, because you're in the corridor, which is always unlocked.
Always unlocked. That is true. Apple. I don't have any money for you to take.
Those kneeling things are in a really weird spot, and they don't fold into the pew in front of them.
There's a term for those, right?
Probably, I forget what they are.
It's not rector.
Normally, they fold up into the pew in front.
Yeah.
They don't just live in the middle of the floor. That's a tripping hazard.
True. Not locked. Ooh. Drawing. I already read that.
Are they just called kneelers? Okay.
Hassock. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
This is gonna sound weird. Did your grandparents or anyone in your family ever have a room that has kind of a weird vibe like this drawing room does?
What do you mean?
My grandmother collected Madame Alexander dolls.
I don't
And
know what
so
those are.
They're like, a kind of doll. And so she had a wall, like a full wall of display things.
Ah, need a gem for that.
They were, I mean, it's fine. Like, collecting things is cool. I don't besmirch my grandmother for that. But it did, like, you'd go out in the night, like, to, like, go get a drink or something. You just, like, be face to face with the wall of dolls. And you're like, this room that by the light of day was fine is suddenly a little creepy.
A little bit. No, I can't recall anything quite like that in any of my grandparents' houses.
It was a lot of dolls.
A color of your choice.
So you can redraw.
Interesting that that's even in the pool.
I was gonna say you can redraw, but the den is like 3 doors and
And a
gem.
free gem.
It's
Yeah,
it's a pretty good room.
pretty damn good room.
Dang, no metal detector.
Can I take this hose? No.
Water my garden, Simon. Don't overwater the begonias. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor.
Perfect.
And now security doors are open to you.
Still gonna do this because I don't know what this means.
Sure.
This is cabinet.
And the good china and the crucifix collection. Yeah.
Yeah. Our neighbors upstairs, we recently went into their place recently and they have a crucifix collection on the wall. It was a bit off-putting. But hey, it's a big wall. You gotta put something there.
You gotta put something there. We have furry art. Like,
It's true.
far be it from me to throw stones.
I'll throw stones. One of those things is real and one of them isn't. There, I
True.
said it.
True. The universal truth of Big Titty Fox. Magnify glass.
Let's look closer, shall we? Gotta keep the vampires away somehow. Anything hidden in here? Secret missives? It'd be my turn.
Oh,
Solve some things.
okay. Something that sticks out to me in that letter, and actually it's like sticking out to me just now. It was on the idea of the diegetic. It's been ages. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. Does in fact lend credence to, yeah, this is a fucked up weird
Yeah, that's
house.
what I thought. That's what I was referring to.
Oh yeah,
is
okay.
that people come to this house just to play games. I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles. What did Mr. Sinclair do for a living besides own property?
Look, that's the thing about generational
I mean, probably
wealth.
nothing, because that's how property works, but, like, still. I haven't run into a security door yet, but if
Yeah.
I ever did, they'd be disabled.
Yes. And they're not gonna be that many because it's on low security currently.
Right. Well, just in case, should try to persevere, because this is...
Yeah.
Now we've lined up 2 clues that we know about, so we should try to persist through this one if we can. No point in throwing this so early.
I'm gonna make a section called room combos.
Haven't seen you yet.
We have
Haven't
not.
seen you yet. Oh, you need 2 gems anyhow. That's the wrong direction. So I will take the gymnasium. Right, all this sweat right next to the Lord Jesus.
Ball for Jesus. And when there were only 2 sets of scuff marks on the court, I was carrying the team.
Fuck. Doran, get me a key. -2 for bowling. So in a way, the limitation of steps actually doesn't matter. Because I don't control when I see things anyhow.
Yeah.
It matters in the moment on the individual board, but in the greater scheme of things, whether or not I have steps on a given day doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, there's like there might be a finite number of steps that I have yet to take. So, like for a finite number of days, that'd be even worse. Coin purse. Money.
Monies.
Rank.
7.
Oh. A safe? For me? Oh, you shouldn't have. We got Simon a safe for Christmas. Too small to read. At a certain point, it feels like a joke, you know?
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Monograph? You're locked, yes? Yeah. Had to try it.
Yeah, you gotta try
had
it.
to. I don't even know how many digits it is. That's the problem. That might be related to the chapel, but I don't know how many digits to enter or what order to enter them in. I mean, if you need to give them a gift, a safe isn't a terrible idea.
Yeah, like a good safe
It
can
keeps
also
things
cost,
safe?
a good safe can cost you quite a bit of money too.
Yes. But it is also important.
Mhm.
A rogue moon, you say?
I remember that and again, I'm going to put an asterisk here before people get horrified. I remember that it cost a pretty good amount of money when my dad got a gun safe.
Right.
And then if you're
Because your dad inherited a bunch of
my
guns
dad
in a
inherited,
will.
that's the thing. My dad does not want to be a gun owner, but my dad inherited something like 18 guns.
Yeah, but it seemed irresponsible to just hand all those guns back to the market. So
Yeah, my dad didn't want to sell them on the open market because he didn't trust that. So he bought a safe to just store them. Yeah. Yeah, like 18 guns. It's a lot. Mostly handguns, but like. He's sold off most of them at this point. He found like a friend of a friend who's a collector and offloaded what he could convince the person to take.
Oh, you live in a sane country. Well, and good for you. Don't you feel special?
Yeah, 18's a lot. Now, granted, it's a lot of guns, and that's upsetting. These guns were not inherited from his dad. They were inherited from his grandfather, my great-grandfather. So most of the guns are very old.
Non-functional, I assume?
No, they're functional. Oh, they're functional. They're well cared for, but like, it's like, I think none of them are like even semi-automatic. Like, they're all like bolt action and stuff. Like,
Antiques.
they're and revolvers. They're dangerous as hell still. Like, they're
Yes,
still
I
good,
know.
but does not make my dad super well armed. You could summon your sleeping mask if you were so inclined. I'm going to tell you one more thing because I think it's a fair... You could experiment with it. When it says you are more likely, I don't know what the probability adjustment is, but it is a noticeable uptick in probability.
Okay.
Ika.
Got any cheap shit? A banana. I'll take a banana. Don't trust the newfangled automobile. Trust coal. Good, healthy coal. Perfect.
Alright. Nice. And a normal key.
I have a brilliant idea.
Okay. Hidden security. Yeah.
Currently offline. Because we
We would do
changed
the breaker.
Right.
Well, you still want the key to be high security because
Yes, I know. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What?
That's doable.
Yeah, but it should still be openable even anyway, right?
Yes, it should. But in the event that the next room has a security door inside of it, I would like to have the key card and increase the odds of that key card working.
Okay.
So I will have to go back to the utility closet anyhow.
Okay.
I am thinking ahead.
Okie doke. I imagine some people wonder about the steps mechanic, but I do think it's a fairly elegant way to like keep you from just getting in a rut and going back and forth and back and forth. And plus,
It's like, here, make some choices. Who's all the way? Damn you. Oh, thank fuck. Not locked. The Bari. Book request form. In library use only. next time you draft the library. In this day or just whenever?
Whenever.
All right. You sure? No. Are you sure? Simon? Pump system user manual. Drafting strategy. Hey, don't just tell me. I already read the fixed stars. Swimbird. Swimbird.
Yeah.
I like that idea of Swimbird. Reading.
It's an unusual room.
Oh, this would be the perfect time to pull out the little magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Come on. Huh.
It's not unusual.
Mount Holly Records. Temporal records. Resource records. How long, though? Build your troops. 1. Dartboard solved. 0. Book.
Scrapbook.
My first claim ticket. My favorite floor plans. Can't seem to ever pass it up.
Captions I've made.
Largest purchase. Banana. Maybe one
one
day.
day.
Nursery. Huh. I believe we have no additional routes here.
Was the library locked?
Yeah. Could go all the way back to the entrance hall, but I feel like we're running out of steps before
I
then.
don't think you would have the steps to make it there.
Yeah, so.
Somebody's keeping a record of your stuff and leaving it in the library.
Rustic Villa.
I love that it's called a rustic villa and kind of implying like, oh, it's a little bit smaller or whatever. It's like a 22-room house. Are you kidding me?
But if all those rooms are only 8 by 8, how big is the square footage really?
64 times 22.
Yeah.
So pretty fucking big.
Pretty fucking big.
Pretty fucking big. Yeah, because that'd be like what? Be like what? Like
Day 6.
yeah, true. On all this property, apparently. What's the acreage of the backyard?
Don't know. Probably depends on the day.
True.
Let's try this. Okay. Dibs. Potassium.
A parlor. A little parlor trick. I'll confess, I don't know the etymology of parlor.
I used to know this. It's from a French word. Whatever. 2 of these statements are true.
Could be true.
The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Now, those could satisfy each other.
Yeah. Which would then necessitate that being a lie if those other two were true.
Yeah. So if they are true, and this is a lie, then the gems are not in a box for the true statement.
Right.
They're in a false box. Ta-da! Thinking. So, a strategy is starting to form in my mind
Okay.
that we don't necessarily press directly to the end because we need to gather resources in the early half of the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So let's bounce away from here for just a second and try the other door in the hallway.
Yeah.
The drawing room. Color of your choice.
To the bedroom.
I'd like a bedroom, please. Aquarium?
It's every color of room.
Oh, that would. Oh, damn me not having a gem. Ah, shit. Give me the boudoir. I'll come back to you. Same thing.
Yo.
Blueprints. Bedroom. Car keys
Hell yeah. Joyriding.
for a garage, I assume. Why would I want those?
Get your motor running.
Head on the highway.
New item.
One of them better be a key. It's a pair of shoes. Occasionally save. All right.
The parlor.
All right. Well, the parlor ain't locked, so it's really our only forward route at this point.
Oh man, that'd be if there was a kart racing minigame. Saved a step.
Saved by shoes. My Nikes. All right. Luke. I parked over by the commissary.
Mm-hmm.
With? Without? What? I'll take a gem, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got a gem.
Do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do.
You need me, boy. Free will is an illusion. Let me speak to you inside your brain. Leave the girl. You don't need her.
You need me, Simon.
We'll have dirigible blocks in space.
Well, look who it is. Bingo.
Oh, dip. Boom, that other door immediately open.
Oh, wait. I also want to turn on the lights in the garage because now I might actually go there. Car keys and all that. Ooh, dark.
Yeah, because it's offline. Den continues to just be a really good room.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine having a giant steel door to your den. Nobody steals your big clock.
Hey, I got a big stick.
That's a big stick.
Oh, that's a big stick. I could use a nuke.
Keys are always welcome. I bet I could find heated debates on Reddit of whether gems or keys are more important.
In this game, you mean?
Yeah.
And since we're here,
Ah. Raise that security level. Ah, it's just free doors.
I should have done that earlier and saved the steps, but
Yeah.
eh,
Well.
only 2. Music room.
I just would like to appreciate the pun on music room.
Major, minor key.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. This is pretty good. Gym.
Gems is good.
I haven't seen the billiard room in a hot second.
Yeah.
So the West Wing Hall is the only way forward. And if it's locked, I'll have a key for it.
Yeah.
There would presumably be other possibly higher security door rooms beyond it. Let's just hope we roll well, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Aquarium. I want to see the aquarium.
Yeah.
Oh, fishy. Hi, fishy.
Yeah.
You got it.
got a
Just
grill.
want to kill, for God's sake. Broke teeth.
That's not great. That's terrible.
Christ.
I love you.
Right. I love you too. I have to work at it every day.
Aw, the fish do laundry.
fish do
That's so
laundry.
cute. Hi, bud.
Big fish. In the filing zone.
You keeping busy?
I'm the accountant. It's a problem because I can't remember the books from 3 seconds ago.
Well,
This
fish
is where
bedroom.
This is where we sleep. It's very crowded.
It's a
but very
polycule.
sensual.
They're all gay.
Yeah. There's a key on the barrel.
There is?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Ah.
Good thing, too. Three coins. How nice.
It makes up for the one that you steal from me.
I'm gonna try this direction, actually.
Okay.
No, I don't want to spend it there.
I don't like these.
Is it
top
open
down.
over here? Yes, it is. And it's our old friend, the billiard room. Let's take a crack at that puzzle, shall we? I love cracking puzzles.
Yeah.
Love putting puzzles in my crack.
The whole puzzle, or do you go one
The
piece
whole
at a
damn
time?
thing. So. Two. That's not
No.
it. 1. Now, when it was 17, it also led me to 11 and 8.
says 8.
11. I can only click on the numbers.
Yeah.
Five. Three. It's too many choices for me to really make a... Plus, minus. I mean, it's mathematical. I already knew that. It doesn't really help me. I wonder.
This is
The
unrelated.
one ball is not on the table. Okay.
This is unrelated, but is there a light over the pool table?
Yes,
okay.
why?
I have a strong opinion that pool tables lighting should be like almost like that Tiffany glass.
Yeah,
thing.
the fugly Tiffany glass lamps.
like,
Yeah,
for it to be
completely agree.
for it to be a proper billiard room.
100%.
Your great grand uncle has failed you.
Okay, so only following the blue indicators leads me to a second choice. All the others seem to fail.
Mm-hmm.
But both of these seem to not do anything.
Oh yeah, grand uncle. Is there? I guess there's a difference between grand uncle and great uncle.
Yes.
And it's your grand uncle can often be mediocre. Ba-dumps. Look, my family.
I want to
tree-
guess this is not actually related to the pool balls themselves, because there's 2 8s in this room.
Hmm. My family tree is a bamboo shoot, so I don't know how family trees work.
Yeah, you're not missing a goddamn thing. Huh. No other numbers seem to do it. 19?
Something has changed in the
11,
matrix.
11 plus 8 is 19. Okay.
Uh-huh.
$16 and 10. 6.
Okay.
10 and 3 is 13. No?
No.
1.
Oh, they are the same. Okay.
11 and 8 is 9. Six was correct. What if I do minus? 10 minus 3 is 7.
Aha.
2. If blue is addition and yellow is subtraction, multiplication might be pink. Is it pink would have to be multiplication, because if I divide, then I'd get a decimal, and I can't enter a decimal number.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's 10. Right.
Nice.
And the order of operations is over here. Plus, minus, times, divide. Okay. 15 plus. 15 minus 11 is 4 times 3 is 12. Bingo. Got it.
Nice.
A card key. Amen. I wonder if that's always a card key. I think I will.
Nicely done.
The dining room. Neither of these are keycard doors. Even though I cranked my values to max.
It would still be a little bit garish if every door was a big steal.
It is true. That's locked. If this door is locked, then that's the end of the game. Because this passageway was locked. It's not.
It doesn't happen. Corridor is always unlocked.
Would it be better to have more choices?
That I cannot answer.
Because this would guarantee that I lead into the room after it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, corridor is probably the better call here because these could both be key. These could both be key doors, and then I'm fucked. So let's try
Yeah.
corridor.
We've seen the dark room, yeah.
We have seen the dark room, yes.
Or have we seen the dark room?
Ba-bum, bah.
I have it in my directory. Gymnasium. I guess the storm could let you take. Aha! Here we go. 2 key doors. Key card doors.
Sure. The pool rules.
The draft pool rules.
No running. You don't tell me what to do, game. Some rooms are more rare than others. These are things I already figured out on my
You have
own,
to-
but it's nice to have them written
You have to
down.
draft your foil mythic bedroom.
Thought so. Oh, can't walk in the
Simon's
water.
a shoebie who doesn't want to get wet.
Can I take this? No. No. Running out of choices here. Freezer.
Freeze your accounts.
Storeroom, I suppose.
That gives you a
The only way to
key.
get a key. So we could unlock the pool. Or persist. In the doomed world we've
Yeah, I was
created.
about to say.
Needs 2 gems for the office. Locker room. Spread keys throughout the house. Thank God. This locker is locked. Nah. Got more important shit to spend it on at the moment.
Understandable.
Bird. I saw one of you outside today.
Yeah.
Being good.
Fed him some sunflowers.
Fed him sunflower seeds, and he saw me.
Yeah.
And he was not. Well, I mean, he doesn't like me watching him eat.
To be fair, if somebody was standing over me just watching me eat without
Well, I
also
wasn't
eating-
standing over him. I was
I
just
know,
behind
I
the
know.
window. Sensitive little ass. Okay. Can't afford the other two, so that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It's the library. Swimbird.
Swimbird by Marion Marigold. Aww. Simon checked this out when he was little. Aw, in 85.
Yeah.
Someone named Mrs. Peterson and Anne Babbage and Detective Bon Margle? Huh. All right. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. Aw, this is adorable. There is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea I'd like the sky less than the ocean. Oops. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not seabird. You are not swimbird. If you are friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends? For they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, or maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea, and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. Interesting.
With respect to Marion Marigold, what the fuck? Like, hey,
Marion, honey, you all right?
You good? You good? Hey, babe.
I mean, that's probably a narrative tie-in, I would guess.
Yeah, probably.
Very similar to Simon's Dream of the Shore.
Right.
And the fact that Simon checked it out when he
Mhm.
was younger
Yeah.
tells me that this is something he's probably
Yeah.
thought about a lot. If Simon feels like Swimbird, like he should dare and try something bigger,
Mm-hmm.
but worries that other people will judge him. And this is,
And it's true that sometimes
and
friends
it's, and
are
like
shit.
people like this. It seems like an odd thing to have had this challenge set for him when he was a grown adult,
Mhm.
or like close to it. But like part of the reason his uncle gave him this test in the first place is because people don't think he can do it.
Mhm.
His uncle wants to prove them wrong. That's actually quite sweet. Workshop. Straight ahead, baby. Oh, hi.
Hello,
Where were
Tecton.
you? Where were you a while ago? I needed you. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought to spell our secret scar from thought. A message read is often lost among the bulwark smoke and so. I can't read music.
That's fair.
The note is read. The letter is not. W.
W.
Weast. Yep, that's where I'm going. Okay.
Those
Didn't
cannot
think
be
so.
Combined.
And I'm not combining this card. I need this. The true box does not always contain the prize.
Lesson we've already learned. A mystery.
Do I have to approach it from the front? That's very annoying.
A mystery indeed. Welcome to Bullshit House.
The bullshit prince.
I'm blue. Dabba dee.
Indeed of a die. Can I take this song? No.
Oh.
Well, I guess I could try going south from here, see if there's anything interesting.
Things to learn, puzzles to find. Spend a gem on a thing.
It's the courtyard.
Check yourself out. Ooh, middle. Turn.
So 'tis. That's interesting.
Hmm.
I think I'd rather do this for more choices to appear.
Okay.
Locked. Do not. Yep, you're also locked. God fucking damn it.
You can go back and get your food from the dining room.
That's true. I have the steps for that. Barely.
Also, there's keys spread around the house now. on
That's
the way
true.
back.
Well, the metal detector will tell me.
Yes, it will.
So hungry. Please.
I hope
Give
it's
me
kid
a fish.
cuisine. Oh shit, it's
This
fancy
is a
food.
fish.
What was that British thing we were watching? Where it's like,
Have
this,
dinner.
where it was like, oh, this delightful dish is so simple. What is it? And it's just like, it's just a boiled turkey, and they just stuffed it full of like saffron.
Stuffed
or whatever.
chine. Yeah, the stuffed chine is just a boiled ham neck, and it's just stuffed with parsley and boiled, and that's
Parsley,
it.
that's what it is.
It's just like this sucks.
it's like 4 pounds of. It was like an obscene amount.
An
of parsley.
obscene amount of ham and an obscene amount of parsley. Ooh. Ah, monies. Genuinely disturbing amount of ham. All right, well, this might be it.
I mean, you would ostensibly find keys on the way back.
Let's find out.
No gambling. And spread.
Is this locked? Yes. Okay. It was sealed off. Fish, you keep doing your thing, man. You're doing good.
Water's deductible. It's blubbable.
And key.
It's a key. Closest usable spot would be the chapel, I think.
Yeah. But not useful. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Because I am curious. So glad I got my calories in. I was starving to death walking through this goddamn idiotic fucking house.
Simon's not picky. He just ate a whole gosh dang fish.
Yeah.
To the bones.
Starving.
Maybe he did it like one of those cartoon, like he did like a cartoon character. He put the whole fish in his mouth and he just pulled
Yeah,
out
like,
the
like
skeleton.
a zipper. Yeah.
Yeah. Marion Marigold's persona is a dare bird.
Hmm. I wonder if that opens, but I don't know how. I got something else I'd like to resolve real quick before we get to the end of the night.
Yeah.
Can't afford that, so let's do this.
Get some extra stars.
Stars. Nope. Oop. Constellations. So if you have way more than a single constellation's worth of stars, you'll just see multiples.
You get buffs, yeah.
Other notable night skies observed. Oh, save up 50 just to see a whole new one. I liked to go to planetariums as a kid until I got scared of them for some reason.
Aw.
I got a serious vertigo thing from them today,
Mm-hmm.
as I believe I specified in our previous adventure games.
In Outer Wilds, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing we did not attempt the VR mod.
It's true. They had one of these looking things. They're cool.
Yeah. You make the stars go.
Stars go. Okay. I believe with no keys and no gems, that is it.
Yeah, you could look
For
around
today.
for spread keys, but that's
That we don't really have the steps to go back there and then come
Yeah,
back again.
you could
especially not with-
maybe get like the chapel room and that'd be it.
That'd be all. Yeah. And I don't really know if that's worth pursuing.
You made
Let's
it
call
deep
it
in
a
the-
day for
yeah,
now.
you made it deep in the paint.
Very deep in the paint. Let's call it and talk a little bit here
Yeah.
at the end because I like talking.
I do too. I think this will be a good game for that.
Mm-hmm.
We got a handful of notes here. I'm filling out a room directory of
Stately manner.
sorts. Yeah.
Very deep and wide.
Yeah. We've seen a good number of rooms.
New rooms. 5.
Yeah. And I feel like you've started to something that I think is worth noting is you employed a different strategy and that on this day, and you got way deeper in off of it.
Yeah. Pedal a little bit lighter in the early half of the
And
mansion
the unlock.
until you've collected resources that make
Yeah.
the back half more useful. The riskier ranks where you're more likely to run into a wall,
Mm-hmm.
or well, yes, I guess a literal wall,
Yeah.
but also a locked door or a keycard door.
Mm-hmm.
Curiosities for me. One is if the billiard room consistently contains a key card, that'll be a must do pretty much every time it appears.
Mm-hmm.
That remains to be seen. I love the aquarium. I love the aquarium being our wildcard space.
Yeah.
I'm still curious about the statue. The reason I built the planetarium last was to see if we could get to the statue in the yard, but we had no doors leading there. We had no outdoor stuff and couldn't afford the veranda. What else? Security room probably got a cutscene because it's strategically important to the rest of the story.
Mm-hmm.
There was something in the security room about activating levers to make sure the antechamber appears. I mean, I guess those appear in other rooms, hidden probably, or maybe ones that we just haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what's in one of the lockers, I would guess. Here, risk using it. That would be a really mean puzzle. It's like, here, save up a fuck ton of keys to try every locker, see if you can find a lever.
That would
That'd
be
be
a bastard.
extraordinarily annoying. Something tells me that's exactly what's going to happen. Hopefully those persist from day to day, otherwise it's going to be really mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Here's the question in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a structural thing, so here, what I'm guessing is that we need to pull X number of levers to open the antechamber successfully.
Okay.
The question is, are those lever puzzles, if they do carry over from day to day, then the thing is, okay, spend a blueprint trying to solve a lever puzzle, and once you've got it, go on to the next one. Or is the challenge to try and pull all of them in the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's the chief challenge of this game, that'll be extremely difficult.
Mm-hmm.
That will be quite hard indeed.
Yeah.
And I can see why it would drive some people mad.
Yeah.
I might. So if those are, as we've said, the button,
Mm-hmm.
the thing I have to do, to make something change. That'll be quite a difficult button.
Mhm.
I'm really into this so far.
Right?
I'm loving this
pretty
structure so
cool.
far. It's very cool.
Yeah. So, and then here at the end of the night collection, obviously we have a bunch of new rooms. So I've collected notes. And at your direction, I think I've got all the chess pieces when they appeared.
Okay.
So we have a list of chess pieces.
Still don't know what those are for.
You don't know
I
what
just
those are
noticed that
for.
motif. It might
Yeah.
be a red herring.
Could be a red herring. We've got that. I also just figured out why this in us joking about it. I did not get why the aquarium counts as a room of every type until just
Because of
now.
all the fish.
It's not because of the fish. It's all the decorations are of a bedroom
Yeah.
and of a shop
Yeah.
and a green room. Like, so it's like, oh, that's why it's
It's
every
cute.
color. All the fish rooms count as different colored rooms.
It's very cute. I love it.
Yeah. So I have a directory of rooms. I have your notes on we have notes on the billiard room and the room color notes. I've created a thing of room combos as we observe them. Right now it's just security and breaker box.
Uh-huh.
Because that seems
Workshop will probably be useful in the future.
Workshop will probably be useful in the future. We can make note of any item combos we find. And then I have your lingering questions, which I suppose we can do for next time, as things to do.
Good to know. Any thoughts that you want to bounce out before we sign off?
So one, how cool it is that you just immediately, within like 30 minutes of playing, clocked up a thing that I, in quite a bit more time, did not observe once.
Mm-hmm.
Is always really exciting. I think it's interesting that actually you and I both did sort of a similar thing, in that, I mean, the first round I just kind of started clicking on things. I was like, what's going on? And then said, I'm going to try and build a manor, picking the rooms that logically follow, and like did that. And I think it's really good to do that. And then to, even if we didn't get into the antechamber, like doing different goals like that, I think is part of what will separate people that like this game from don't. And I think will help you a lot in that, like you're doing room science.
Mm-hmm.
Helps a tremendous amount. Because I think that's one of the things that's cool is there's obviously the puzzles that are like the billiard puzzle or getting the boiler room to work is like a missed puzzle. But then there's like the puzzle of how do I get around? If I want to get to the antechamber, how the hell do I get to the antechamber? Like, and like not just like the puzzle part of it clearly, but like how do I have enough steps and have enough doors and keys and things to get there is like also a really interesting puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
That I enjoyed attacking very, very much. There's definitely things I can definitely see certain differences in systematized your more systematized approach to my bounce around approach.
But I'm also sort of forced to adapt to a bounce around approach because sometimes things just aren't reachable.
And sometimes like I had to sit down and weirdly I had to be systematized in certain ways. I solved the boiler room on my first visit too.
Uh-huh.
And part of the reason I did, because I might have gone and looked for hints, but I was terrified that if I left the boiler room, I wouldn't be able to make it back, and I wouldn't have a chance to solve it for a while.
Right.
So I really wanted to make sure I understood the boiler room, because I didn't know how precious it may or may not be. So it's interesting in that it sort of challenges you both ways. Is like, hey, one, you might not have everything, so you need to have the wherewithal to go, hey, I can't do this right now. But you also have to like be like, but don't give up too early, because you don't know when you're going to be back here. Because I actually don't know how many rooms are in the thing, but even if there were only 45 rooms, like in most configurations, you were going to leave blank space.
Right.
So it's like,
one thing that's interesting to me is that in Outer Wilds you had a game clock
yeah,
in the form of the supernova. You have a 22-minute session during
Mhm.
which the Clockwork universe will do certain things, and certain things will become accessible or inaccessible.
Mhm.
Here, there is also a kind of game clock in the form of steps.
Yeah.
But you decide when those steps are spent and on what.
Right.
Now you get penalized with things like the dark room and the gymnasium and the chapel because those sap your resources somewhat.
Yeah.
And if you planned poorly or just got bad rolls, then certain rooms will be far apart and therefore just not as applicable in a given thing. Hello, thank you,
There you go,
Offman.
Brad.
Thank you for the follow. I find it interesting that the two big differences between that approach are, one, Outer Wilds time pressure thing. The time stops while reading thing. That's fun. Something I learned recently actually is that time stops while reading, that setting in Outer Wilds
Mhm.
does not apply during the supernova.
Yes, because the
So you-
music cue.
Yeah, you cannot use it to stop the supernova, so you can't jump it. It's
Yeah.
cute. What am I saying? Those are two different ways to implement the game clock.
Mhm.
And the difference in Blueprints is, I think, because the conceit of its puzzles being of different sizes and complexities, depending on random chance,
Mhm.
means that they've gone without a literal, like, ticking time clock.
Yeah. I also think it's really interesting that you pointed out almost immediately, like at the end of day one, that this allows for a non-linear solution path
Right.
of like, because it's like, yeah, you got like a whole bunch of shit going on.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that this is basically two games in one.
Yes.
This is basically a board game, tile layer, and it's also an adventure game.
Yeah. And it's like,
And neither of them would. I'm guessing that if they were two separate games, yes, they probably could have been a lot better, but they wouldn't be nearly as interesting if you didn't have to play them both at once.
right. Like, and that's where it's like, I can imagine, it's so easy to understand why somebody wouldn't like this, or it wouldn't be for them. Because if you come into this for the experience of like a run-based deck builder, this
You're going to go
game-
insane.
This game is not going to give you enough meat on the deck building bones.
And if you
Yeah.
come into it from an adventure game perspective, you're also probably not going to like it, because
Yeah.
I feel like these puzzles, once you have the clues, you could probably just find the clues or answers to some puzzles in other places. And it's like,
Right.
okay, just put A and B. That's the answer.
Right. And like, and even if you do solve it and you feel smart about it, it's like, oh shit, I can't actually implement the solution, and that's all I want to do right now. So it's like this. It's one of those things of like, sort of like, in a way that like, when Neon White marketed itself as a game for freaks, is
Mhm.
like, yeah, this game is not going to be everyone's cup of tea,
Yeah.
but it is for, like, it's hard to not think about once you start thinking about it.
Yeah, I agree, Wabin. I think this is definitely something that engenders a certain mindset,
Yeah.
and you probably want to be very careful about how you play it. I feel like you would know if you liked this game, or if you were going to like this game by around this time,
Yeah.
like by around your third hour, your sixth day.
Yeah.
Also, neatly, days seem to be about 20-minute chunks or half-hour chunks.
Yeah. So they hit kind of actually in the Outer Wilds a
They
little bit
kind of hit the
longer.
Outer Wild pace. Yeah, that's. I think that's a pretty good pace for a video game. Is that a chunk of gameplay, a single loop, is about a half hour long.
It's good enough, and lots of things hit that. A full cycle in
A full Balatro game is about a half hour.
full Balatro game, a full cycle in a Lethal Company is about half an hour.
Yeah, a full game of Fortnite or PUBG is about 25 minutes.
Yep.
Just TV length.
Yeah, like it's an atomic level that lots of games have hit on, and it's just enough to feel like you've accomplished something,
But
also-
small enough that you can put it down or play in bursts without feeling like you're
Yeah,
obligated
or
to
like-
stay.
Like, I have time to kill. I have a little time to kill. I can go do one day of Blueprints.
Yeah.
Is like a thing you can do. So it's like it's quite it's like
Well, Wonder Dog also engineering on the Outer Wild devs team. 22 minutes is the length of a modern television show, a modern half-hour TV show, with commercial breaks. That's like a standardized thing in entertainment. One round of Balatro. Well, for me, one round of
yeah.
Balatro. I lose easily.
it's well, I think the joke there is more like nobody's ever done just one Balatro
Yeah.
run, which is true. The also something that I think one, you picked up on the room colors way quicker than I did. Other than I picked up on red ones
are bad because they just flat out tell you red ones are bad.
Well, yeah, but they also, in fairness, as you can see, all those red rooms have a lot of doorways.
Yes, they also all have a purpose.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
Like brown rooms are purely structural. They won't have interesting clues. They just exist to put you somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, I mean, in a game like this, you can't have purely practical rooms in all places. Some of them just have to be getting you from place to place because otherwise it would be too dense. It would be impossible to navigate.
Yeah. And also, like, I mean...
The effect of life when you are designing a real house.
Mm-hmm. Also, but there are facts that, like... Well, and there's also facts of, like, you may have just intuited this out and not said it. But, like, there's things that I find that are interesting about the map that, like, you've observed that I didn't right away.
Yes.
And facts that I was like, oh, I feel like I've noticed this, da-da-da-da-da. And some things that I still can't prove one way or the other that I'm unsure of in terms of, like, how the draft pool works.
What do you mean? Or is that a spoiler?
I don't think it's a spoiler because I feel like this is something that I intuited by this point. And it makes sense of the West Wing Hall is always in the west.
What do you mean?
The West
I mean,
Wing
yes.
Hall, right. So
They're just mirrors of each other.
They're just mirrors of each other. And so maybe it's a name thing, but it's like you could theoretically only ever draft the West Wing Hall on the West Wing.
Right.
So it's like just makes the sense
You
of,
won't get a second East Wing Hall.
right. So it's
There
like
is only an East and a West. You cannot get copies.
exactly, which means that some of the drafting is at least a little location dependent.
Right.
Which is interesting because then it means that not every square provides you with the same draw pool.
Right.
And then that raised questions for me that I actually do not know the answer to, which is like, are rare squares higher the more up you go? I have no idea.
Just from playing one session, I would guess yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it really, like, I don't know if that functionally comes up enough to be a problem.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be true just to keep the pace of the game. Like, if you got a really busted, really useful room in the, like, first 3 ranks,
Right.
that might spoil the pace of some puzzles.
True. The other thing that's probably true there is because most of the fanciest rooms require gems. If you get to the entry hall and you have sick as hell rooms,
Cool,
you'll
but they all
almost
require
never
6
be-
gems that you will not have.
Right.
That's probably, I'm going to guess that's not really intended as a puzzle element, probably more of a structural thing.
That's true, Wobbin, is you have drawn things out of the pool, so if common things are more likely, naturally, statistically, inevitably, rare rooms become more common the
Yes.
later you draft them.
Another thing I was about to say.
True.
Honest, I was.
Oh, no, I believe you.
I really like this so far.
Yeah.
This is really, really cool.
And it's one of those, like, it's a weird thing where it's like, I don't know if
Let's get this drone noise out of people's ears, shall we?
I don't know if I would say, I don't know if I would say that, like, these things meld perfectly. But
No, I didn't say that.
No, yeah. Well, no, I know you didn't, but I wouldn't say it either. But it's so compelling, despite the fact, like sometimes it's a perfect blend of genres. These feel like they're kind of stacked and pushed against each other and are refusing to mix almost.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like if this were either an adventure game or a board game, it probably could have been a lot better. But the fact that you have to play 2 of things at the same time in order to be successful is kind of the compelling point about it.
Right. And also it's like I can play so many deck builders. Like
I could play so many fucking decks.
so
I'm
many
going to be
deck
buried in...
builders.
I just started Belatro like 2 days ago. I'm going to be buried in that game for a year.
And so it's like, I would rather have a game be interesting like this than be the most expertly designed deck builder.
Yes. I'd rather have
Yeah.
interesting games than... I'd rather have interesting failures than the same successes over and over again.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And I wouldn't even go as far. I wouldn't say that, and I know you're not saying this either. Like, it's not even a failure, but like,
I can't call it a failure. I haven't even played it
Yeah.
for 4 hours
but
yet.
even if it was a failure, it would be a more I'd be more inclined to celebrate this than like another. Oh, like Monster Train 2 is gonna come out and Slay the Spire 2 are gonna come out and they're gonna be fucking incredible probably, and like cool. But like I'm more inclined to celebrate something like Blueprints just because it's like we're not gonna see a lot of this.
Games at the intersection of popular and strange
Yes.
are rare, and they're only going to get rarer.
Yup. Shout out to the game industry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are and they aren't. It's one of those things of like I find myself going to itch.io a lot more.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I did find some interesting RPG stuff that you and I might like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about that off stream.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I guess we should rate on
It's
out.
time to rate on out.
Yeah. Which was the fishing one, Wobbin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One where you try to salvage stuff from the ocean floor and creepy shit follows you.
Yeah.
You can just close the game. It's fine. Who is on? Who indeed?
Who is on?
Umpaco's on.
Yeah. I
And Lily's on.
haven't rated Umpaco in a while. I head on over to Umpaco, who's always doing fun, wild stuff. Oh, it looks like Umpaco's playing Skin Deep, which is
Fuck yeah. I'm
Wha-
so excited for Skin Deep.
enjoy that. We probably won't be streaming Skin Deep because
I want to play it myself.
we just want to play it. You don't get that one stream, sorry.
Bye.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night, folks.